Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and if you haven't, welcome to my channel. And if you have been here before, then you're probably familiar with my Let's Talk About videos, which is what I will be doing today. And if you're not familiar with my Let's Talk About videos, basically it's just when I choose a tarot card and I break it down, I talk about the traditional meaning a little bit, and I also throw in sort of my own take on the card, my own personal meanings and connections as well. I know that everybody has their own connections and maybe personal meanings for each card, so this isn't going to be the same for everyone. But yeah, I enjoy doing these videos. I think they're fun, and hopefully somebody out there finds them helpful. So it may look a little different today. Usually I am here with just the card from the Practical Tarot Wisdom deck, because I think it is a great deck for beginners and, you know, learning the tarot. So I like to use these cards when I do these videos, but I thought it would be a good idea to also add in some other cards from other decks that I have, just so you kind of get a feel of the different style of artwork compared to maybe something that's a little bit more traditional looking. I wanted to, kind of give a variety. So I thought it would be a good idea to add a few more cards. And I think from here on out, when I do these videos, I will be adding in more cards. So let me know what you guys think, if you think it's more helpful this way, or maybe it's just more fun and more appealing to look at because you get to see more than just one card. So yeah, today I am here with the lovely Devil card. I wanted to talk about the Devil card today because I feel like among a few of the other cards, this is one that is sort of perceived in a negative sort of way. It kind of has a bad rap, and I mean, it's it's understandable, I guess, for someone who maybe isn't familiar with the tarot, because I would be lying if I said that before I became familiar with tarot, I'd be lying if I said that I was never afraid of this card. I was very much a little intimidated by it and afraid of it if I was, you know, playing around with the cards before I really knew the meaning of any of them, and the Devil card popped up. It kind of left me a little unsettled, a little, intimidated, but I have grown to appreciate this card along with a lot of the other cards in the deck that kind of have the same reputation as the Devil. So let's read what the card here has to say, and then I'll talk about it a little bit more. So the Devil is the 15th card in the Major Arcana. This message is about our own addictions. How much power do you give to those things that do not serve you? Let this card remind you to stand up. Cast off your self-imposed chains. The power is in your hands as soon as you take it back. Start living for yourself. So I really think that's beautifully said. It really hits a lot of key points about the Devil. So traditionally, the Devil talks about our addictions, our temptations, our negative way of thinking that may trap us in a place. The Devil definitely has to do more with ourselves than anything else. It's definitely more internal than external, and I feel like a lot of people just don't know that, especially people who aren't familiar with the tarot. So I will also be listing the decks that I'm using in this video in the description below if you are curious about any of them. So when we're talking about addictions, and I think the Devil card from the Shadowland Tarot is a great example. It could be talking about materialistic things. So it could be talking about money, and we have a bill up here. maybe drinking. So he's holding a little bottle here. It could be talking about a food addiction, a sex addiction, literally anything. The possibilities are endless. And it really depends on you. So those are just a few examples, but it depends on the context of the question and the situation for the person asking the question. The devil could also be referring to somebody in your life who maybe doesn't have the best intentions for you. Maybe they are making it seem like they're your friend, or they're a good family member, they're somebody who's there for you, when really they're not. And I think this card with the snake is a really good example of that. Again, those are just a few examples. It could totally mean something different, but yeah, I love the way that a lot of these cards depict the devil. And then, like I mentioned, a lot of the time, it could just be our own negative thinking that is our addiction and something that we are having trouble breaking away from. So if we take a look here, which is very similar to the more traditional imaging, we have some people that are connected by chains. And then if we refer back to this card, it even says cast off your self-imposed chains. So again, it's the negative thinking, the spiral of that negative thinking that we get so caught up in. And if we really don't check ourselves, it could lead us down some very dark paths. And then the imagery in this one, I think it kind of plays into the more of the like temptation, where he's almost like offering something. So he's being a little sneaky, a little bit cheeky. And I feel like this imagery, like this look of the devil, is more of the like traditional way of what a devil looks like, you know. Like when we think about the devil, we think of a little red man with horns coming out of his head. So I liked this card for that reason. It's very simple. It gives a very simple explanation and look to the devil. And if the devil comes up in a reading as reversed, it could mean basically the opposite of all that. Maybe it is time that you are breaking away from your addictions or bad habits. Maybe you are breaking away from someone who doesn't have the best intentions for you. Maybe it's an unhealthy relationship that you've kind of found yourself trapped in, and you're finally breaking free from that. So yeah, I quite enjoy the devil card. It does bring balance to the tarot deck, because as we know, the tarot is not all, you know, sunshine and rainbow and positivity. Just like life isn't always like that, you know. So even though the devil card may seem a bit unsettling, a bit daunting at first glance, the tarot would definitely not be complete without it. And also a little side note that the devil card is the card for Capricorn, and I am a Capricorn. So that is another reason why I may like the devil card a little more than some of the other cards in the tarot. So if I'm doing a reading for myself and this card comes up, I like to take a minute to kind of reevaluate myself a little bit and try to see why it's here. It's obviously shown up for a reason. There's something that I'm not really paying attention to all that much in my life, something that, you know, isn't really helping me in any way. It's not bettering me or helping me to progress forward, whether that is something more materialistic, maybe it's a relationship. Again, it also kind of depends on the question asked. But yeah, I enjoy the devil card when it comes up, because it really gives me a chance to take a step back and kind of look at myself from more of a clearer mind and more of like a broad sort of view and really sort of pay attention to what's been going on. Instead of just living on autopilot, it kind of gets me to stop and really focus on what is actually going on around me, and even mentally or spiritually. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Devil card. And like I said in the beginning, everyone sort of has their own interpretations of the cards, and again, it kind of just depends on the question, the situation, the context of it all. But I just wanted to kind of give a rough idea a little bit of what the Devil card stands for. So thank you so much for watching this Let's Talk About video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one.